Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's topic is going to be about why do we give up our children when they turn bad, or when we feel like we have done everything but it's not going well, they are not changing, and you don't know what to do anymore. Most of the times we need to think about that it was we who brought them up. Along the line, we must have done something wrong. Along the line, we didn't do our job in the right way. So my question is, why do you give up when it turned bad? This is the time you should start asking yourself, what can I do? What do I have to do to turn this back? What do I have to do to save this situation? I have seen many times that parents will be calling around friends, or even they turn to pastors for the pastor to be able to pray for the child, or for the pastor to talk to the child. And I honestly don't understand when it comes to this stage. This is your job. This is your handwork. So why don't you fix it yourself? If you can fix it yourself, start educating yourself about what can I do to save my child? What can I do to prevent this to get worse? I'm gonna start talking about when it comes to boys, when it comes to our young men. I know that when it comes to boys, most of the time, they develop a bit late when it comes to expressing their feelings or talking about their thoughts. So when it comes to this stage, we need to have some sort of understanding and really try your best to understand them in this position. I know that parenting doesn't have any kind of instruction book, so everyone is doing their best to make it good, to make it better, or to raise up the best child ever. But along the line, we all do mistakes that we don't even know or we don't even see. That is why when you are parenting, you need to be very patient and you need to be wise in whatever you are doing. Nowadays, there is so many things, there is so many books out there that you can really educate yourself as a mother and see some things. If you see some changes in your child's life, if you see anything that you don't understand, you can find out, what can I do? What does this mean? What is happening? Because we need to remember that the new generation is different from our generation. There will be many things that we cannot associate ourselves with. But that doesn't mean you still cannot help your child. You still cannot understand what is going on. Especially for us who is abroad in Europe, it's harder because in Africa, where I come from, many people will be around helping you with the parenting. Your mom is there, your auntie is there, your grandmom is there, your granddad is there. So if you are missing something, they will be able to jump in and help you out. They will be able to help you to raise your boys and your girls. But we don't have that in Europe. Probably you are a single mother or a single father and you are doing your best to raise your kids in the best way you can. So this is the time you need to educate yourself in many ways to be able to do this. I was talking about when it comes to our boys, you need to have the two different understanding for boys and girls. We all know that when it comes to girls, they develop early stage. And when it comes to boys, they are a bit late when it comes to the development. So this is the time you need to know these differences so you know how you are treating your kids. Boys need mothers more than ever. And as a mother, it's your duty to raise up a man that you wish you could marry in the future. It might sound strange, but think about the type of husband that you want in your life. This means you have to raise your son to that level, to that quality, or to that standard. This is almost like a husband that you wish for yourself, or how you want your husband to be to you. So if you have that knowledge, then you should know how you raise your child up. You want them to be the man that when somebody marry them, they will feel comfortable to be with. They will feel good to be with, and they will open their mouth and say that your parents did well. When I say boys is tough to raise up, boys have more aggressive behavior. They don't show their feelings very often. They don't talk about their thoughts. So this means that they are keeping everything within them. They always want to be macho. They always want to be the man in the house. When they reach that teenager time, this is when you see big difference. They are trying to find their identity. They are trying to know what they want in life. So this is the time they don't even come and discuss anything with you. They don't, you don't know them. You simply don't know them. So they shut themselves in. They don't want to come and discuss what they are feeling, what they are thinking, or what their feelings are. So as a parent or as a mother, this is the time for you to show love. Don't force them to talk. Don't push them to talk. Be there, hug them, and let them understand that you are there for them anytime they are ready to talk. For you to be around them, for you to show that it doesn't matter the behavior they are in, you will still be there to support them, to help them. Give them the advice that you know best, but don't push them. Don't let them feel that if they don't talk, they are losers. If they don't show their feelings, they are nothing. Be there just for them to know mom is around, or she's there for me. It came to a time that I know that as a mother, you see that your son has totally changed. He doesn't come home anymore. He doesn't talk to you anymore. He simply doesn't want to be around you or the family. And this is most of the time when we think that it's over. What should I do? What can I do? This is the time we give up. We let them go. But you need to remember that there must be something that pushes your son to that level, that pushes your son away from home. Most of the time we try to connect them with other family members for them to talk to them instead. But this is not good. Take the advice from relatives, from whatever you can get the advice, but don't let them do the job for you. You have to do the job yourself. Find them wherever they are, support them whatever they are doing. Give them the advice. Let them know that whatever has happened, whatever has gone wrong, you are there to fix it with them. Don't let them just go and you don't look for them, or you don't take the steps to show them that I'm still around. Most of the time, what let all this happen is when you are home with them, you ignore them. You don't have any kind of communication with them. You don't have anything in common with them. You let them live the life that they want to live, but you will be there shouting every time you see something wrong. This is when they start building trust outside, because they don't have anything in common with you. They are living in the same house with you, but they don't have anything in common with you because you shut them out yourself. You will be in your room, probably watching Nigerian movie or whatever you are watching, and they will be wherever they are. The communication will be, have you eaten? Have you gone to school today? I have heard some parents asking their kids, did you go to school today? And this is really funny. You were living in the same roof as your child, and you don't even know what is happening, if they have gone to school or not. You need to know their friends. You need to know what they are doing out there. I mean, you need to start letting them know that I care. I do care. I want to know people you are involving with. Invite them home. Know them. Advise him what is wrong, what is right. But if you don't do all those things, And then later on, as they are growing, they find their own way, they find their own friends, they find their own life to live. And now you think that it's lost. I can't do anything. Somehow they became how they have become in your own roof. They didn't become like this outside. So you need to find a way. Like I said, there is many ways you can do this. You have to know your child better. You need to do research, whatever you have to do. But don't let other people do the job for you. You need to step in and try to help your case. Probably they have started some habit that they can't stop. And they are so scared to come and tell you. Just because you guys doesn't have anything in common, you didn't have any communication, you didn't have any source of, life history together, but you guys are living in the same roof. So this is when you go wrong, you need to start waking up. You need to start know, what can I do to help my son? We have a proverb that said that it's just bent, but it hasn't broken totally. So as it's just bent, it hasn't broken, you still have a chance to restore it. And as a mother, this is most of the time your job, because I have son myself, and I know that sometimes what I tell him and the love that I give him, that's the one he survived on. I will come to fathers later on, but I'm talking about mother because I know how important mothers are in their son's life. You are raising somebody that will go out there and know how to treat women. So how you treat him, that is how he is going to treat women that he will live with or he will meet in his life. So you need to do it right. Do it the way you want men to treat you. That is how you have to teach your son to treat other women. If he see bad behavior and he go out there, he would think that every single woman is having the same bad behavior as you had. It's not every child that grow up to get that kind of understanding, but most of our men, they take the habit from home to outside. So we need to do it right with our sons. We need to get them to become the good and the nice and the better husband for another woman. I'm going to talk about our girls, our daughters. I know that when it comes to our daughters, they need their dad also most. It's always the opposite side, and I don't understand why. They know that mothers is always there. Mothers is gonna be there. It doesn't matter what I do, she will love me. I know normally girls are more open. They will come and tell you themselves most of the time before you even open your mouth, and they will show the emotion, they will show the feelings straight away, so you will know that. But what I'm trying to say that most of our mothers doesn't see when their girls are trying to reach out to them. They don't understand the signs. They don't understand the language their kids are speaking. Once again, as I said, the new generation is different from our generation. So we need to start adapt ourselves into the new generation so that we will know how to treat our daughters or our kids. But our daughters need us. We are trying to teach them our old ways. But that is when we get a lot of things wrong, because the new generation is different from the old one. So adapt yourself into the new generation. Listen to the music that they are listening nowadays. See the clothes they are wearing. See what they are watching. See the program. See what is around them. That will make you understand them better. And if you want to give them advice, you will be able to give the right advice. Most of the time we give them advice that they don't even understand themselves. We give them advice that doesn't combine or that doesn't fit into the new generation. So if you don't adapt yourself into the new generation, my dear, you will be giving wrong advice left and right. So try to know your case. Try to know your daughters. I know that in back of the day in Ghana, if you start asking questions about sex, if you start asking questions about having a boyfriend or anything, they will shout you down straight away. You don't have any say when it comes to those things. So none of us did really understand, when can I get pregnant? To be honest, when I was young, I thought that the moment you kiss a boy, you will be pregnant. So I have been so scared from very young age until I got to understand it in the right way. So I think for us to start talking about some sensitive things to our guests, start to talk about the right and the wrong when it comes to a relationship with our guests will help them a lot. I know it's tough because we are not raised up like that. It's very difficult. It's embarrassing sometimes to bring those things up. But we need to do that because more knowledge they will have, more power they will have over their own life. So we need to adapt ourselves into the new generation. Even the music that they listen for, sometimes some of them can be very nasty. They will be going around singing these songs and we will be like, yeah, I love that one, but we don't even understand what they are talking about. All this rap here and there, it says a lot. And this is their language. They do understand. So don't let them educate themselves from those words because that is what they are getting. Get them understand the right one from you, and you can do this more you educate yourself into this new generation. That's the best way for you to be able to communicate, to be able to help your daughter to be powerful out there, because they know much. Believe me or not, they know more than we think they know, but they just pretend that they don't know anything. As a mother, you know your daughter better and you can give them the best explanation and let them have the right information so that they can do the right thing out there. When it comes to the fathers, I would love to address this because many fathers have put all the responsibilities into their mothers, both when it comes to boys and when it comes to girls. But that is not the right thing to do because as a couple, you guys are a team. When it comes to your case, this is your goal. This is when you have to team up and become one so that when the other one is giving advice, you can also give yours, because men have their own experience and women have their own experience in life. So as a team, you have to be able to discuss what can we do to help our kids? What can we do for them to get the knowledge that they need to have so that they can be able to use it in the right way. So a father is really important as well in the case life. So you have to be there as a father for your son to let him understand what is wrong and what is not right. What you did that you think that it didn't go good for you. Show them your scars about life. Show them your scars about what you have gone through. Let them understand it. Have the conversation with them. It shouldn't be the only time that you have, as I always say in my video, the only time that you have to have conversation with your son is when they have done something wrong. No. You need to have the conversation with them. Either there is something wrong or there is nothing wrong. You need to let them know what you have gone through. You need to let them know the life history. What can be good for you if you do this, this can go right. If you do this, this can go wrong. You can still fix this, but let them have their own experience, but add yours to them so that they will have a bit knowledge about what can be good for me or what can be good for me. The same thing with your guests. You are going to raise up a daughter that you want your wife to be. So you need to do it right, so that when your daughter leave home and get married, she will not be lost in that marriage. She will not take abuse. She will not take nonsense. This is something that we need to do. We have to do. And it's gonna help your daughter or your son in life, because if you imagine if you don't have any type of experience, you don't have any type of knowledge about something, you get lost, and anybody can twist your mind, give you false information, and most of the children, they take it. And I mean, as a parent, you should be able to do this in the right way. So as parents, let's do this right. Let's raise our kids up in the right way. Let us raise them up. Don't let the social media raise them up. Don't let their friends raise them up. Let's do it from our home. Let's do it ourselves. And I promise you, you will get a young man or a young lady the way you want them to be. So I'm gonna stop here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for all your likes. Please subscribe for free. Give me your comments, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.